Switching careers is not an easy feat, but often it's such a common theme amongst creatives. Now, Saint is a founder and creative director who pivoted from a career in engineering, and in this episode, I got the chance to hear his story of becoming a creative entrepreneur.
So, hi, I'm Say. I'm a creative art director. I work as a creative within like the arts, culture, music, fashion industries. I'm an oral creative, the graphic design, photography, videos, strategy, the whole lot. Yeah, some of the stuff I'm doing right now. So I'm currently, I currently run or founder of two brands that I'm running. One is Halo Blck and one is Studio Blck. And they're all just like, I guess, different facets of me and my expressions and how I want to express myself. So I guess I'll start second with Halo Blck and then we'll go back to Studio. So Halo Blck is essentially a platform to champion Black and minority artists within like the art industry space. Founded that like mid last year. I started that, and that was in an attempt to kind of put myself in that space and create a little bubble of space for me. And I thought, it makes sense. There's a lot of people I see out here that don't necessarily have that space, and I don't see it quite a lot. So why not bring them along? It will be like a hybrid website where I work with other artists to showcase their work, and obviously sell their work and provide them with a sort of income from there. But also like run exhibitions for these artists and solo exhibitions. I started already in September. We did like an aesthetics, which was an art exhibition with a mini fashion show incorporated in it. So that was really fun. Had a few artists exhibiting their work, had some fashion brands showcasing their designs, and it all kind of fit into Fashion Week at the time. So that's that brand, that's Halo Blck. So Studio Blck is kind of, it's more for my kind of creative outlet in terms of the, content that I create. So that started off as me kind of freelancing and wanting to come across more professional, really and truly. And then I started thinking about actually developing an agency and bringing people on board. And for a while, it kind of worked. I had different people I worked with, and it kind of ran like that. So it kind of ran like a creative agency. Yeah, where I was just basically taking on projects, taking on different clients, working with people and doing things that way. However, a lot recently, and I felt like even like mid last year, I started thinking about it. I think I really want to pivot that brand from where it is and make it less of a kind of clientele and business thing to more of a community and like, I guess, educational platform, a space where creatives can kind of learn, develop themselves, but also be around other creators. I've done some like kind of creative link-up events already that I want to kind of nurture moving forward. I've also started doing workshops as well within that reign to, again, just share the knowledge that I have. So I went to uni in London, South Bank in London, and I had moved here from Ireland. So in South Bank, ended up studying, I started with petroleum engineering my first year, and then I changed to chemical engineering. Neither of which was really something I had initially shown any interest in or really wanted to do, to be fair. But the more I did it, obviously did a law degree, and then I even did like a master's as well in like engineering management, which is kind of with a focus on like project management. It was interesting. I'm not going to say that I didn't get anything out of it. It was a whole like 4 years about that. So I definitely got some stuff from it. But I think after, or like even just during it, finishing it off, I realized I didn't know if my heart was really in it. But at the time, it was kind of like, well, yeah, money I can make. So get to it. So I started applying for jobs, started looking around. I was hearing back, and I had like 1 or 2 interviews, and things just wasn't really working out for me at the time within like the field. And I think also because like I hadn't decided like where within that field I wanted to go. I was just kind of going all around. There's a bunch of chemical, like engineering or just project management jobs that you can do. So I was just like in different industries all up and down. So anyways, yeah, so I started volunteering at my SU back at London South Bank. That's where I think everything kind of started me literally. So seeing my friend, one of my friends was working at the SU as well at the time, and he was marketing communications. I don't remember exactly what his role was. I just seen him doing some stuff, like working on some graphics, some designs, and I thought, that's sick. That's cool. Actually, how'd you do that? And he's like, well, are you serious? I'm like, yeah. Like, how'd you do it? I want to learn. Teach me. And I just thought, to be fair, at the time, I just thought it would be something cool to learn and to know. So then he actually taught me, like, I actually did lessons like once a week. He'd stay back after work for like an hour or two and just give me lessons, and we'd actually do that for a couple of weeks. And obviously in between that, like, I'd just be going home and learning everything I could at YouTube and just like playing around with designs, downloading free crap versions of Illustrator. I don't know if I can say that, but yeah, and at the time, that was just like how I was getting around. And so then from there, from volunteering, actually, I got a job at the SU, which was really cool. So I got a job at the SU working as like activities coordinator. So I was putting on like events for the student union or for the students. And then what I decided to do was basically incorporate my new learned graphic design skills. I started like actually designing like the posters and all the stuff that goes with it. I didn't really need to because we obviously had a department to do that, but I just thought, let me do it. And then devs were busy anyway. So that's where things kind of started. And obviously with those events that I was doing as well, I thought, let me learn how to take pictures so I can document this stuff. So learned how to use a camera from, again, my guys at SU was two guys, one of my friends, Trey, and my other friend, Scott, who I'd consider to be my mentors, to be fair, because they taught me everything I know in this. They gave me like my first couple gigs as well in terms of like just events around London. Some people that they knew that were doing events, I'd go there. Decided there was more money in filming, so I decided to learn how to film. And yeah, things just kind of like took off from there. So once I had all those kind of like the three main skills is what I consider them as. Three main skills: graphics, photography, video. And I learned how to obviously edit. And so I started doing that, got a few clients, started freelancing from there, freelanced for a bit. Then I got a gig at a record label in Camden, actually. Got a job as a graphic designer with them. And that was, again, through with our friend Scott, who helped me out again. So that was like an eye-opener. I was in the industry for the first time, but I was actually seeing what was going on behind the scenes. And I was working with different artists, definitely doing work that was actually like put out into the world as like, do you know what I mean, within the music industry, and people are seeing it, and different people from different labels and distributors and whatnot, they're all seeing it because I'm creating artwork and helping out with the websites. And so that was really like really sick. I expanded my network, and then I got another gig which was really big was the Blck curriculum, which I was like, I had seen them before, which was really cool, and I came on board to kind of help them. And this was literally just after that whole George Floyd protest period in June of 2020, and they just like grew exponentially in like a short space of time because of like what they were advocating was in very direct correlation to all of that. So 2020, moved up to Manchester, and I was working for a radio station. I was at High Radio. So I think at every stage that I'm speaking about it, I'm just realizing at every stage it put me into like a new challenge, a new depth, a new kind of way to work. With the radio station, then that just like immersed me within the music industry. That was like a big part of how I got to kind of where I am now and how I've been able to kind of do the things I'm doing now because of the connections and the people that I've met through working there. So I started off kind of just did some video production for them. That kind of developed into me kind of being in a higher position where I was managing or directing the content. So essentially content director or creative director at the point. And that was my kind of first taste at being a creative director and what it kind of took. So yeah, so that was my first taste of Manchester. And then afterwards, did a thing of corporate, went in as I was a campaign coordinator. So I was helping with like internal and external campaigns. Again, very much implementing all the skills that I've been doing, filming, editing, graphic design, and actually strategizing as well. So that was really cool. But yeah, I kind of realized, not to say corporate in itself, but that specific industry within the corporate field just wasn't it for me. So yeah, ended up having to leave anyway. And that was when I kind of had more time to kind of focus on myself and my brand and content creation. Yeah, I wanted to go ham at this, formula. So that's kind of what I did after that. Kind of expanded and started doing a few new things. So yeah. Yeah, I think there was all for me to consider, I think, definitely. And it's never an easy decision to make. I don't think people, and to be fair, like, even when I thought I made the decision, I don't think I actually proper made it till a lot later on. Because it was still like a little part of me was thinking, oh, maybe you should go back and try this. And it was just, honestly, it was like priorities. And I understand that, you know, you have priorities, you have bills to pay, there's necessities, and you can't just like go off and create without any worries in the world. It was definitely a struggle between choosing to be more within the creative and just going more hard at it to get the results and the kind of earnings that you need to live and to survive. But I thought to myself, and it was like, all right, cool. I'm most likely at whatever it is going to be working till whatever. I maybe want to retire at like 40, 45. But regardless of what it is, I want something that I'm going to be like 70, 80 and still probably doing, because it's just my way of living, right? And within that, I thought it would have to be something I'm genuinely happy with and genuinely interested in, and I've cultivated for such a long time. And while I was thinking about that, like, engineering just didn't come to mind. It wasn't the thing that I thought of that I wanted to be at that stage. And compared to when I think about maybe the creative industry and creating art and putting myself out there, it was definitely if I'm going to start anywhere, let me start here, because this is going to ultimately build the kind of life or the space that I want to be in. It was definitely a tough decision, but it was like, it was intuitive, like it was gonna happen. Ooh, 10 years is, it's gonna go quick, because this last 10 years went quick. I actually want everything that I'm kind of planning now to have happened. So both brands I'm developing, both communities or spaces that I want to create for those creatives and artists within that, I want that to be like put in place. I want to have like a studio, my own space in which I can hold these exhibitions and these events and offer out to other people. So I definitely want to be in that, and I want to have my own space within that creative industry. But also just like, obviously the norm, like I want to be financially free, but like in 10 years, I want to like have achieved, and I guess that's to my definition, a substantial amount within this like creative field and within what I'm doing. I want to have established myself. So yeah, so that's where I want to be, and I guess just more at peace with like myself and in truth. I want to say, you know what, one thing I want to impart is to try and learn how to like live in the now. Everyone has goals and ambitions, and everyone's trying to get to a certain place. And there's absolutely nothing wrong. I think everyone should have goals and dreams and ambitions. But I think learning to live in the now, meaning that you understand that now is the only time you've ever had, and you're able to embrace that and just be in that space in your surroundings. I think it'll just give you a deeper appreciation of life, of the people around you, of the things that you're doing, your achievements, and just general energies within your space. And there's a book that helps called The Power of Now. Yeah, Eckhart Tolle, I think. So that's a really good book to read to help you with that. Follow me on Instagram, I guess, at Saint Black. So that's SAINTBLCK_. And you'll see the links to all my other pages. Halo Black and Studio Black is in my bio there as well. Trying to post more TikTok, so definitely follow me on that. Do more content. Same thing, Saint Black. That's pretty much it. It's lovely in here. Thank you so much for having me.